Look who just rolled in. It's time to butter up your ears for laughs, life, and a little flaky wisdom. It's all about the biscuits with RJ.
At All About the Biscuits, we believe life's just a big old platter of toppings. Flaky, spicy, sweet, even messy. And guess what? We butter them all up and dig right in. Whether it's real talk or ridiculous rants, I'm RJ and we're serving it hot. All topics, all biscuits, always served hot.
All right. Welcome back to All About the Biscuits with RJ. That's right. This guy. I'm not going to do the hot. Nope, not going to do it. Thanks for joining us and thanks for coming on back. As you can see, we're making progress. Yes, there are shadows. Yes, I have to work on the lighting. Yes. That's why I'm wearing a bright hat so you can see me right up front. Yeah. All right. So thanks for coming back so that we can have another part 2. Bad day good. That's right. Remember, one take, that's all. If you don't like it, just change the channel. And you know what? There's the door. Don't let it hit you. Where the good Lord split you. Yeah. You know, I woke up this morning and Sunday mornings, you know, I want to get some sleep and wake up. The dogs usually get us up butt crack early, usually between 4 and 5. Normally, if we can make it to 5:30, it's a success. But this morning, you know, we got one laying sideways like a kid because Remy sleeps with us with her butt in my face. The other one is snoring next to me on his bed. And all of a sudden, I just hear, and not 30 seconds later, silent but deadly. And you know what? Right up the nostrils. And it was disgusting. Yes. Dogs farting is disgusting. But what's better now, at least when Bo farts and it's one of those, you know, it doesn't scare him anymore. He'll look up and like look around. Who was that? Was that me? And like nothing. And his head's too heavy, so he falls back down and just goes to sleep. Dog is snoring within 1 minute. He eats in 39 seconds. I think his record was 29 seconds. But he falls asleep within 1 minute. No lie. I swear. So the boss was out of town. Everything's good. I did all my chores. Like I said in part 1, you know, you definitely got to appreciate your partner, your wife, your spouse, whatever, whoever you're living with. Because when they're gone, you realize what they do. You know, in the back of their head, they're doing all this stuff. But you don't realize it until they're gone. And you have to do it and keep up with it. Plus your chores. My chores basically are the dogs. We were supposed to have 1. We got 2. I was a little tipsy that night. I felt bad for Bo's sister. So I said, let's get her. And it turns out, yeah, they're definitely a lot of work, but there's a lot of advantages also. We love them to death. So it's a big stress reliever for me at the end of the day. And, you know, they're like kids. They still need attention. So much attention, so much jealousy when one gets it does get annoying. That's for sure. They will butt in front of each other. They'll be like, oh, pet me, pet me. But all they do is eat, sleep, and poop. The best life ever, like I said. Eat, sleep, and poop. Yeah, back to sleep. And then farting away. Yeah. So anyways, she's out of town. She's coming back. She took a red eye. And I have to pick her up, which is fine. No worries. But, you know, fair warning. I'm going to be Miss Grumpy Pants, yeah. And I knew, you know, I had traveled for 13 years, West Coast, back and forth, no problems. And you definitely are grumpy. Because when you can't sleep on a plane, or when you have that red eye, and you have those two people next to you that just won't shut the fudge up. Or they try to talk to you, headphones, mask. Hey, where are you headed to? Yeah, we just got back. We're just flying across the U.S. because we want to go visit Washington, D.C., because it's just so awesome. And it was these two guys that looked like, God, they were so, you could tell they weren't showered. You could tell they probably slept all day. It just, and they just wouldn't shut the fudge up. And it's like, do you not notice? I always notice people are not aware of what's going on or their surroundings at an airport. And we can do a whole thing about how people act at an airport and they think they're so entitled to things. But talking about hygiene at an airport, I digress. Real quick. If you're wearing flip-flops and you don't bring socks to change into going through security, or you take them off when you sit down, do you realize how disgusting and dirty that floor is? I don't think you do. Because when I see people, men and women, take their flip-flops off, put them in the thing, whatever, and then walk through with no socks on or just bare feet. Oh, it's so disgusting. Learn to bring socks. I know wearing sneakers and closed toe shoes sucks. But, and also, I don't want to see your ugly ass feet. No, I don't. No. My feet are so damn ugly. I don't want to see yours. And then I go, man, they're uglier than mine. Yes. So she fair warns me she's going to be grumpy. And I'm like, okay, well, I figured no big deal. I'll go pick her up. So get there. There's construction everywhere going through. Pick her up. And obviously, she didn't have any sleep. She was coming through Charlotte, which, man, Charlotte has to be, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this, but Charlotte Airport is pretty damn ghetto. We had such a bad experience there going through Charlotte. Never again. We'd rather go through Atlanta or somewhere else. Coming back from vacation, our flights are delayed. We go through Charlotte. I had a car booked. We were just going to drive home because we were probably going to miss our flight to Charleston, even though it's just a little puddle jumper, just a little boo. So we get to go pick up the rental car, and they're like, well, you did it through a third party. It doesn't matter. We don't have the car available. What do you mean? I have a reservation right here. You can see it right on your screen that I have a reservation. And I just need a car. I said, I don't care what it is. If it's a smart car, as long as it fits our luggage, I don't give a crap. I'm just going to drive home. Yeah, it's a 3-hour drive, but I don't give a shit. I just want to get home. At this point, it's about 1:30 in the morning. And, you walk outside, I wasn't going to sit there and argue with this lady. It just was not worth my time. I had a reservation. They told me they couldn't give me a car because it was for someone else, even though they hadn't picked it up. It was a bunch of bullshit. And it was just a bad experience. We ended up Ubering home, which cost $4. Guy was very nice. Just wouldn't shut up the whole time home. But, I couldn't sleep. And then we get home and we get COVID. And it just goes beyond like we got home. That's all that mattered. We had a lot of other things to take care of, like adulting, because we had to go pick the dogs up and this and that. No, man, it was, don't even want to talk about it. Anyways. It's talk about warnings. Book through the car company themselves and not through a third party, because then you have less to worry about. Always, I digress. Talk about warnings. Remember, if you can't be a bad influence for your kids, then be a horrible warning. We don't want our kids to do the crap that we used to do growing up. Not sure why I said that, but if we can't be a bad influence, let's be a horrible warning for our kids so that they don't make the mistakes that we do. Anyways, let's digress. My new word. Or what's the other one? Pop off. Oh, I usually say kirk out, but hey, whatever. This day and age, You know, you could be wearing barrel pants or mom pants or tight pants, and there's always these dumb kind of pants trends, and I'm like, I guess barrel pants are the new pants, and I'm like, well, are they dressing as clowns in the freaking rodeo? Like, let's go, lass them up. Anyways, so I pick her up, and she tells me about how she saw some semi-celebrity to a local show that's filmed here in the Charleston area. I saw the guy. He was waiting on the side. I won't say who it is. Doesn't matter. But I definitely don't watch that show. I watch the other show, which is entertaining. And for those that watch reality show, realize that some of it's scripted. Okay, they might live in your area, but some of it's scripted. Okay. Guilty pleasure. Anyways, man, I say that a lot. Anyways, so I pick her up, and she's telling me all about her trip. She normally doesn't talk a lot. I do all the talking. Obviously, you guys know why. So she said, she tried to get a chai in Charlotte, and it was just downright terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. So she's like, hey, can we go to Starbucks? I'm like, yeah, sure. So we're driving home, and we're going down 17, and I was like, oh, we're going to hit the Starbucks on the way home. Well, come to find out, there's two entrances, and Starbucks, from what I remember, is not known for having a great drive-thru, no matter what. So I pull in, and I'm like, there's like 12 cars in line. I'm like, is this serious? I just drink black coffee, straight up, medium to bold. As long as it tastes good. I don't care if it's mud from a truck stop. I'm usually pretty good. Now, within 20 to 30 minutes, I'm looking for that turlet and feeling good afterwards. It's kind of like when the dogs go poop and they start running inside. They're all excited. I feel good. Just lost 5 pounds. Woo! So we get to Starbucks, and I'm like, oh, I still got my handy placard. So I'm going to just pull into the handicap. Well, you can't get to the handicap. The line is wrapped around, and it's starting to get out on the road. And we came in the other way. So all the spots are blocked. And I'm like, it is not that good. Their coffee's okay. And, there's like 4 to 5 other coffee places in the area that are like mom and pops. And, we just past Dunkin'. I don't care what kind of coffee you drink, but it ain't worth all that waiting like 10 to 12 cars deep. And especially when those baristas are not that fast. So I was like, oh, and yeah, try to support local. You don't always have to, but the boss is speaking. I'm not going to question it. So we go to Starbucks, and we can't get in. Holy cannolis. So she's like, okay. And I'll give her this. She was not grumpy. Not like you would think. So we're driving home. She's like, oh, let's stop at Harris Teeter because, they have a Starbucks inside. Perfect. It's on the way home. We stop in, and there's never anybody at this Harris Teeter whatsoever. So, no one in line. Let's go get our coffee. I'm already drinking coffee, so I'm saying, let me look at the list. Okay. I'm trying to lose weight here, and everything is holiday, cream. And, they do put the calories and how bad it is for you. And I'm like, but is that real, or is it worse? I've already got high blood pressure. I already know I'm old when I open up the cupboard to get my pills because there's 5 bottles. And I'm like, yeah, I'll just have an iced tea. Black tea, please. Not sweetened. No, trying to stay away from the sweet stuff. I don't need my like 10 pumps. And I'm like, okay, cool. So we're good. They're very nice. Very, very nice. And, it's like, I give props to baristas for having Starbucks have all these coffee drinks, and they're so complicated. It's like being a bartender. You got to know how many pumps, do this, do that, soy, this, that, 1%, 2%. You know what? Just give me a damn black coffee. It's all I need. And very nice. We get our tea. She gets her chai. I get my black tea. And we're like, oh, let's just get something to eat. Okay, cool. Everything worked out. You know, we didn't have the red solo cup strike or red cup strike. I don't even know what the hell it means for the baristas. And no, I would not want to be a barista and have to deal with shitty people that don't have their extra pumps, or is this soy milk? Is this almond? Is this oatmeal? You know what? I couldn't imagine dealing with those people, but here's the thing. If you're getting paid a certain amount and your career aspirations are to be the head barista or manager, I think you need to rethink your career. Unless you start at the bottom as a barista and you want to be the owner of a Starbucks, that might be your goal. But I just would not want to be. It's a thankless job. And I don't even know what the hell their red cup strike is all about, because they need to get paid more for making coffee. I don't know. I don't even know what they get paid. It's all I know is a shitty job. I feel for them sometimes, but you know what? Be faster through the drive-thru. You guys should take a note out of Chick-fil-A, because they got the drive-thru down. And a lot of the ones in our area are going to 2 lanes. Boom, boom, boom. They got the kids out there rocking and rolling, dancing. They got their little iPads, and they're like taking your order, bam, bam, bam. And they're getting you out the door. And that's all that matters, is show me the money, because they're making it. But so is Starbucks. I'm okay going to Mickey D's, Waffle House. Just give me some black mud. That's all I need. So she gets her chai, and everybody's super nice, super, super nice at the Harris Teeter. And, you know, we thanked them because they did a fantastic job. It was definitely, for the boss lady, a bad day good. Turned out to be a good day for the boss lady. Part 1 was about my day. Part 2 was about her day. Bad day, good. Part 2. As long as she's happy, I'm happy. That's all that matters. So, with that said, be kind and put a smile on someone's face. And remember, not everybody's going to ask for help. All you have to do is say, how you doing? That's it. Be kind, put a smile on someone's face, and thank you for joining us for another episode. And we'll be seeing you soon. Have a good one. Looking for that end recording button. Yeah. Be kind.
Thanks for pulling up a chair with us at All About the Biscuits. Remember, life's messy, flaky, and sometimes sweet, but we're in it together. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, leave a review, and pass the plate to a friend. See you next time